And we're off. I am now in the Goat Rocks Wilderness. I'm planning to do a traverse of it, of a route I found on fastest known time. The guy on there did it in 14 hours. I'm gonna do it over the next 3 days. I'm pretty excited. I hear it's quite beautiful around here. You're gonna get some great views of Rainier and Mount Adams, Mount St. Helens. But even more excitingly is I've never backpacked alone before, and this is my first time. So as I get older and older, doing something for the very first time becomes increasingly rare. So this is a bit of a special trip for me. So let's see how it goes. So we got our first view of the trip here. So where I'd like to camp tonight is about 10 miles away. It's 4 o'clock, and I really like to get there before 7. That's why I'm taking these downhill portions at a bit of a jog, because I still have about 2,400 feet to climb once I get to the bottom of this, which is where I think the lake is. So I've made it to Wallop Lake. I'm thinking of maybe camping here tonight instead, and yeah, just check out the lake. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice campsite here, though I think I'm definitely gonna stay here for the night. It's pretty awesome. And it's just first come, first serve. So there's a lot of space, easy to set up a tarp, and check it out. It's even got a fishing dock, sort of. Yeah, I gotta say, hiking alone is like a lot tougher than I thought it was. Like, I really do feel lonely, even though there's like people right there. Just walking through these like campgrounds where there's no one there, like you really feel this deep sense of isolation. I don't know, maybe I'm too extroverted to be backpacking alone like this. Forget how early the sun sets these days. I just decided to stop for the day. I didn't want to hike in the dark at all, especially like alone. I don't know if it's a safety thing or just going through something tough like that with someone else kind of just makes you feel a bit more comfortable. But yeah, I'm like completely wiped. I had trouble just motivating myself to even record this talking head. Now I have to go back and set up camp and stuff, and kind of tiring to do it. It's a beautiful place, and looking forward to exploring it a bit more tomorrow. Some really kind stranger gave me a fork. So I forgot 2 very important things. My Swiss Army knife and a spoon. I'll have to figure something out. We're good to go, and also ultralight. This is pretty good actually. Mountain House beef lasagna, pretty good. I have like a bag for each meal, breakfast included. I normally wouldn't do so much freeze-dried or name brand because it costs a lot, but there's a sale at Costco, so thank God for Costco. It's getting pretty chilly, it's getting pretty dark, about to go to bed, but so I take a quick stroll by this lake. It's pretty nice. You can see trout jumping in and out of it. There's some ducks here a moment ago. So nice to just have a moment of stillness before I go tuck her in for the day. Going to bed early today so I can get a really early start tomorrow. Hopefully, I like to get out 5 a.m. Enough thinking about the future, just focus on the present now. And the present now is very nice. All right, here we go. Kicking off day 2. This is gonna be the fun day of this trip, where I'll be hiking along the ridgeline, bagging a few peaks, just a lot of climbing, about 4,000 feet from here to our high point of the day, and then just continue along ridgeline from there. We've now officially entered the Goat Rocks Wilderness area as well. I'm feeling pretty good, so see you at the top. So I've still been just grinding away up here, making my way to the top. Whew, it's tiring, but you know, it's good, honest work. But it's nice, you can just kind of see this trees start to get more and more scarce. Soon we'll be above tree line. we get some magnificent vistas. I'm really excited about that. All right, behind me, we can finally see the big old rocks I'm trying to climb to the top of. I believe that really sharp one, that's Eve's Peak. Looks pretty intimidating from here. And then over there is Old Snowy. Probably as not snowy as possible this time of the year, but should get some fantastic views from up there. Now we just gotta do it. So, there's Eve's Peak up ahead. Looks like the trail resumes here, then I climb up that way, and then I kind of ride that saddle. I think I get up there from behind it. Beautiful valley here though. Look at these colors. It's gorgeous. First step, gotta get up to that saddle. We're off trail now, but I know it's pretty well traveled, so there should be a number of like little used trails up there. Kind of don't see any right now, maybe one right there. I see one definitely up ahead, right there with those rocks. So that seems to kind of straightforwardly move its way up there. See you up there. So I'm pretty sure that's Mount Hood there. And on this side, that's Mount St. Helens. Oh my God, that was probably the scariest moment of my life. So apparently I was so shook up that I didn't go into what happened. Essentially I caused like a rock slide that ended up burying my hand under some rocks. I managed to catch my weight with the pole, and the pole actually ended up breaking. But it could have been way worse. Like if I just tumbled down more, if I didn't catch myself, I probably would have fallen down the mountain, and then just all the rocks above me would have just ended up crushing me under that weight, their weight. Type of situation where, you know, I'd be happy to be alive, possibly even need to be helicoptered out. So really grateful that didn't happen. I was trying to be lazy. If you're here, don't go this way. Don't go to the right there. You just gotta go up and through. So there it is behind me. It looks pretty daunting. I'm a little psyched out after that scare I just had. Yeah, there's a peak in there. Maybe I'll go that way instead. I'll high route down, or I can always just escape onto the Pacific Crest Trail down that way, which I'm almost tempted to do at this point. This is honestly probably the most scared I've ever been in my life. I don't know how the guy who put this together does what he does. I think I need to do a little more research next time I do trips like this, because some of these guys just have death wishes, and like I only found like 2 people who have done this before, and I think those 2 guys are, well, they're at a level that I really can't even like I'm not like that, and I'm fine with that. I can still have a nice little adventure myself. What I do need to do now though is get down. This is kind of the hardest part probably I have left on this trip, since I'm gonna bail to the PCT over there. It's so nice to be able to see trail. I can't wait to be walking on that, but I just have to get through all this loose shale. At the Wind River or even Sawtooth, like it's never been this level of loose before. Like I just am not comfortable with it. Things sliding to this extent under me, like this is, I got rock slid on earlier, so like it's seriously a hazard. I heard someone. That's kind of comforting. Man, it's so humbling to like literally reach the point of your limitations. They always say like push past your limitations, and I pushed a bit past that, and I literally reached the point where I couldn't go any further. I couldn't do any more. And I mean, it's cool when you push past your limitations, but knowing when you've reached them and choosing not to go on, there's wisdom in that. And at this point, I'm just really almost just, I'll see a few more beautiful things, and I'm also just excited to get home. Man, trying this alone was quite a challenge, and I'm really proud of myself for just doing as well as I've done, or just keeping it together. I'm nicely on trail now. It's about 2.8 miles from here to the turnoff that'll let me reach the peak of Old Snowy. I think I psyched myself out a bit too much, honestly. As I was coming down to the trail here, I bumped into some people who were actually coming from Eve's Peak. And they said that that section wasn't too tough between Eves and Old Snowy, and probably, you know, from Eves down to where I met up with them. So having a little regrets, but I think I was just so delayed in time with that first sort of like small peak that I think this was probably the better choice, just so I don't end up stuck hiking at night or anything. Trying not to regret my decisions. I will say though, after doing this trip this way, I think I would have kind of did the itinerary differently to really hit the high points. I kind of feel like I only got to see like probably some of the less interesting stuff and missed out on one of the coolest parts because I spent so much time with that earlier, less interesting stuff. There's Old Snowy. Really excited about the view at the top. We're getting there. I'm actually so excited to be up there. I think it's gonna be something special. This is the top of Old Snowy. Volcanoes all around. It's really amazing up here. Take a look. So there's Rainier over there, and there's a Goat Lake. It looks like a beautiful campsite. I feel like I'm gonna have a great view from there. I'm excited to get there. And I'm considering maybe going up Hawkeye Point up there. Maybe have a quick day trip. We'll see how I feel. Probably won't do it. And that's all right. This trail is actually really cool. If you see down there, the trail kind of stays along the spine of the mountain. It's pretty much over the ledge. So the sound of walking on the stones around here is actually kind of relaxing. It sort of sounds like wind chimes. Pretty much made it to my campsite for the day. Man, there's a lot of people here. There's even a crying baby. It really feels like I'm in civilization again, but like kind of in a bad way. Take a look at this $1 million view from my campsite. That's Mount Adams in the distance over there. You can see the sun hit it just right with the alpenglow. I'm always so happy the campsite on the day before going home, which makes me think like, why do I do this in the first place if I just want to go home? But I think you wouldn't get that satisfaction without putting yourself in those positions, right? But man, am I happy right now. I can't wait to eat. I'm so hungry. I don't think I've eaten anything for the last 3 hours. Seriously, after everything I've been to today, this is gonna be like the best meal of my life. I'm not trying to get a sponsorship. We're gonna have a show. Oh, I have a feeling it's going to be a very cold night tonight. What I've done recently is I've really just started to embrace cowboy camping, which I just love, just being exposed, and you know, like it just gives you a different feeling when you're out in nature. But I've never done it in this level of cold. Probably just burrito this tarp over me. I should be fine though. Night night, man. Really is magical to be sleeping under the stars. It's so much easier to get out of bed in the morning when you got a view like that. All right, getting started. Day 3, my final day. Got about 6 miles downhill to go. Excited to get out of here, but also excited to be here. That's probably the last peak of the trip. That's beautiful. So there's Goat Lake. I camped somewhere around there last night. That's gotta be Old Snowy, Rainier over there. There's Mount St. Helens. And there's Mount Adams, and then you can see Mount Hood peeking from behind it. Look at that at the bottom now. That's Old Snowy, right up there actually. It looks pretty daunting from this angle. I'm pretty proud of myself for getting up there. Oh. Well, I'm about done the hike. It's really truly been a magical experience. Just being out in nature like this, it's really rejuvenating. I'm excited to get to my car, savor the rest of the hike down, and I'm just really ready and excited to face life again. So, see you guys down there. So we are done. Look, we've made it to my car. So, see you guys next time. Well, one last thing. I got these flowers as a souvenir. Include the roots. So I want to see if I can propagate them. See if I can grow them as houseplants. Nice reminder of the time I've had here.